Have you ever wanted a coveted cape of accomplishment in Old School Runescape? I'm not talking a 99 skill cape or even the Inferno cape, which is something I'll never get honestly, but something a little bit less daunting, like the quest cape. I'm Mantas, and today we're taking a step into the expansive world of Gielinor and seeing what exactly it takes to get your very first quest point cape. Now, I'm not a RuneScape genius by any means, and I'm not going to claim to be, but I'm just going to throw some old school content creators on the screen now that not only make entertaining videos but also guides to certain quests. Questing in RuneScape is unique. I feel like most people can agree on that. From the MMOs that I've played, such as World of Warcraft, Star Wars, The Old Republic, Lineage, etc., they all follow the generic type of quest: go kill X number of wolves, go speak to X person, kill X boss. And that's fine, I'm not complaining about it, it simply is what it is. Most major MMOs utilise this and I have no issue with it, but when it comes to RuneScape, it definitely stands out. And when I'm talking about questing, I'm talking about individual quests. Sure, World of Warcraft has super long quest change like Separate of Shifting Sands, that quite literally make you travel the world, but they're individual quests wrapped together to give you an overall narrative. RuneScape quite literally has you doing that for a single quest. And don't get me started about the PTSD of one small favour. I wouldn't say questing is harder in this MMO or that MMO, and I don't want to mistake tedium or length as difficulty. As everyone is well aware, RuneScape questing can really take a while. The quests can range from a few minutes like Cook's Assistant or Sheep Shearer to multiple hours. The quests are ones that are like Song of the Elves, Dragon Slayer 2 and Monkey Madness 2. The first containing a lengthy, and that's in all caps, light puzzle challenge, and the last having a very finicky and annoying stealth section and agility puzzle dungeon. That's why it's worth thinking of Questcape as a monument to all of the hours of toil you'll put into questing in RuneScape. Simply put, you can get a quest cape by completing all the quests in Old School RuneScape, excluding mini quests. And at the moment, at the time of this video, there's 154 quests in total with 290 quest points. Once you finish this, you can purchase it from the wise old man for 99,000 coins. It's worth performing the skill cape emote when you get it, as it's part of the Elite Lumbridge and Draenor diary. Having the cape allows you unlimited teleports to the Legends Guild, which is handy as it's the second closest available teleport to a fairy ring behind a player owned house. And another benefit is that it reduces the price of Nightmare Zone by 10,000 coins per trip, which I've been using relentlessly since I've obtained mine, and I especially use it when I edit videos. It's worth noting that you need to complete all the achievement diaries in order to trim the cape, making it into the achievement diary cape. And if a new quest is released, then the cape is automatically unequipped and you can't wear it again until you once again have all the quests done. As of February 2020, there were around 61,766 members with a quest cape. I'm not sure how many there are now, but I imagine there'll be a few more, especially with more quests being released. The cape gives you a +9 defense bonus in all categories, which does make it slightly behind Fire Cape, but it's a nice thing to have if you haven't killed Jad. The skill requirements to obtain quest cape are as follows, and I'll also show it on screen as well. 50 attack, 50 strength, 65 defense, 60 ranged, 50 prayer, 75 mage, 55 rune crafting, 70 construction, 50 hit points, 70 agility, 70 hairblaw, 60 thieving, 70 crafting, 60 fletching, 69 slayer, 70 hunter, 72 mining, 70 smithing, 62 fishing, 70 cooking, 66 firemaking, 71 woodcutting and 70 farming. Sounds like a lot, right? You can skill up to meet these fairly quickly. This isn't a guide video, but the RuneScape content creators I've mentioned before have plenty of guides that can help you out. I will say though that certain skills like construction, hairblaw and magic are expensive to train, whilst mining, fishing, agility and thieving just take a lot of time. I can't imagine what my demon butler thought I was doing, just standing there ripping apart oak larders and building more. It's worth noting a few things as well. 4 skills, which are woodcutting, cooking, fishing and mining, can be boosted in the relevant quest when it calls for it, meaning you can be slightly lower in these. Dream Mentor requires a combat level of 85, so it's worth making sure you meet that, and though you can boost mining and woodcutting, you do need 70 unboosted for Song of the Elves anyway, with fishing requiring unboosted level of 60 for Fremennik Exiles. To get the trimmed version of the cape, these skills on screen is what you need, something I'm a fair ways off doing honestly. With skills covered, next we move on to money or item requirements, which honestly is very vague. It all depends. I had a friend ask me how much money I thought I spent to get a quest cape, and I genuinely had no clue. Don't get me wrong, it was definitely in the millions, but by being in the millions I don't mean solely spent on questing or supplies. The majority of the cost is going to be leveling your skills like hairblaw, magic and construction, as they not only take time but it takes a toll on your bank as well, and these costs can run into the millions. If I could pass on a piece of advice that another friend who plays RuneScape had given me, if you complete any achievement diaries or get any XP lamps, put them into the skills that take up the most costs, such as construction, hairblaw and magic. So ultimately I can't give a concrete answer because it'll be different for everybody. If you die in a boss fight and you need to retrieve gear, that can cost around 100,000 gold per go. The cost will vary depending on what boss it is, but I know that when I done Sins of the Father for the first time, I died to the last boss a whole lot and ended up spending a bare minimum of 500,000 just retrieving my gear, with an unknown cost of Saradomin brews and food. The cost for Galvek went a bit lower as I only died a few times, and with Fragment of Seren I managed to kill her by my second proper attempt. So in conclusion, just trying to make sure you have enough money to not only get the recommended gear, but also to ensure you have enough money for supplies and to retrieve your gear just in case you die. Obviously you can do it as cheap as you like, and there's plenty of videos and guides of people killing Grandmaster level bosses with cheaper gear. I personally went overboard and probably spent more than I had to, like getting Diamond Dragon Bolt T for Galvek and a Trident of the Swamp for Seren. I'll say all you need to do is assess your own skill level and comfort with the game mechanics such as ticks and prayer flicking if needed, and see how far you can get. Usually I'm terrible at timing the ticks with the game, that's why I try to cheese the bosses. For bosses there are 3 that I want to make special mention to and 1 quest in particular. These are Vanstrom Klaus, Galvek / Vorkath, Fragment of Seren and a Knight of the Theatre. A main issue whenever I died to Vanstrom Klaus was I was overthinking the boss. I was trying too hard to do a million things at once, and because I kept staring at my prayer and my inventory, I kept getting hit by bolts and dying. Once I shifted my focus, I changed my perspective and I killed him. I'll pop a channel on screen now with guides that I used to kill Fragment of Seren and the Monkey Madness 2 boss, and another for a Knight of the Theatre solo guide. Is a quest keep needed? No, but it's certainly a goal you can set yourself up for. That's why I got it personally. I found a purpose to play the game and landed on getting a quest keep, and so I did. What's my next goal? I've got no idea. For the past few days I've been set in Nightmare Zone while I make videos, and maybe one day I'll get a 99 combat stat, but if you enjoyed the video then please do like and subscribe. I've got a lot of different videos in the works, mostly World of Warcraft related, but some also of Old School Runescape. If you want me to cover any particular topic then just let me know in the comments down below, but for now, thanks for watching and see you next time.